Roy Lucier here. Haven't done a video in a minute, so I wanted to do this one specifically. I'm often asked who my favorite wrestler of all time is. I mean, that's a tough one. I love wrestling in general. I have no, like, hated wrestlers or whatever. But if I really have to, like, pan down and say who, like, my favorite of all time is, I'm going to give the answer all the time. Come on. Of former AWA champion Jumbo Tsuruta. So, I started watching wrestling in 81. I remember watching AWA in 83. It was like on ESPN or something, or one of those smaller channels. And I remember, like, when I watched WWF, you had Mr. Saito and Mr. Tanaka, or like Professor Tanaka. Who the hell was the Fuji and Saito? And it was like all the Japanese wrestlers I remember seeing were like salt throwing and bowing, and they would do like kung fu and stuff like that. It's just how wrestling was back in the days. One example, or one exception to the rule back in the days, was Jumbo Tsuruta. So I remember seeing Jumbo on AWA, and instead of being Japanese salt throwing and all that stuff, what the dude did, I remember, was they talked about his Olympic background, that he was in the Olympics. He would come in, wrestle a clean style, and do like scientific moves, back suplexes, Greco-Roman and stuff like that. I remember because he was in the Greco-Roman Olympics in 72, if I remember correctly. So anyways, I remember having this figure a while back, but it was like all yellow, so I sold it to somebody. So I finally got another one, and I wanted to make a video opening it, because literally, like I said, Jumbo's my favorite of all time. And when I started watching All Japan in 1992, I remember the local video store by me. It was on Beach Boulevard in Orangewood in Anaheim or Stanton. And I would get the videos, and I remember getting All Japan. And one of the first things I ever saw was like Misawa and Jumbo fight each other. And it was just like finally seeing Jumbo without the AWA, because I'd wonder all these years where he'd gone. The only time I'd hear about him was not the Japanese mags, the After mags, where, you know, you'd read this thing about Jumbo fighting Hansen or Brody or something like that. So here's the card right here. This is from Charapro in probably 2000. 99, 2000, somewhere around there. What belt he is holding there, I have no idea. There's multiple belts, so my guess is it was Triple Crown. I believe either him or Hansen was the first Triple Crown champion. On the back here, we have birthday, March 25th, 1951, height, weight. His career highlights, 70, trained for the Olympics, 72, Munich, started as a pro, UN champion, AWA champion, February 84, all the stuff he did. So let's open it up. I was not aware of this. Oh, what is this? So, there's the card, by the way. Look on the front, by the way. Copyright Tsuruta. I gotta ask his son about that. His son, Yuji Tsuruta, by the way, runs his dad's Facebook page, a tribute page on Facebook. And also posts a lot of stuff about him on Twitter. So please follow it for some amazing content about not just an amazing wrestler's career, but a great dad. So, let me, obviously it's a card, so I want to open it, not destroy it. So please give me a minute. I gotta ask what this is about. I have zero clue what this is about, but I will message a friend once this is over. And then from here we have a Jumbo Tsuruta card. Makes me wonder what his, oh, on the back it says mini bromide. Bromide was the little cards that were thrown inside of the old BBM magazines, Weekly Gong, Weekly Pro, going back to the 70s before they were weekly. So there's like an Andre you see for like thousands of dollars and stuff like that. But it's similar to the back of the card where it's got all the career highlights on there. And then obviously the same photo that's on the front of the figure. I'll be honest with you. I've opened a lot of these, and this is the first time I've seen this in one of the figures. I wonder how many others it was done for. So, here's the Jumbo figure. Obviously, knee pads. Trace. Here's the back. This figure was obviously made for, because if you put the arm down, it just, the shoulder pops up weird. So, definitely made for, Can't jumping knee with it, sadly. The facial is dead on, obviously. Alrighty. And that's it. Thanks everyone for watching my video on LIBERTAD, freeing the figures on the 2000-2001 Charapro Jumbo Tsuruta.